Good afternoon to everybody from the audience, for you uh, who are watching us here within this Zoom webinar as attendees. Welcome. Welcome also the people in the audience who are watching us on the YouTube stream. And of course, the warmest welcome to the directors of the films that were presented today within the competition section, Fascinations Experimental CZ. Which means these are the newest Czech experimental films that we present at 24th Ji.hlava International Documentary Film Festival. The films were made public today morning, and they will be available for the whole week. So anyone of you just now watching, or of your friends who you would like to recommend the films, can watch them anytime during this following week. I'm very happy that I can welcome here 5 directors, and we will be discussing each film separately. Each Q&A will last approximately 15 minutes. I will speak firstly to Lea Petříková about her film After the Magician, then with Zbigněk Baladrán about his film Katastrof, then with Vladimír Turner about his film 14.4 V17.11 or November 17. We will discuss that later. Then we will have questions for Christoph Bruha about his film Resonar de Intersolaris, and then with Anežka Horová about her film Edible Water Bottles. Of course, also you from the audience, you who are attendees here in this Zoom webinar, you can ask questions as well. You can participate in the discussion. You can also say your remarks, your comments. So if you want to participate, just use the function raise hand. I will see that you want to speak, and I will unmute you and allow you to talk. So anytime you want to participate in the discussion, please feel free to raise the hand. This session is being recorded, and afterwards it will be also made public in this, the recording will be made public. We will talk to Anežka Horová, author of the film Edible Water Bottles. So welcome, Anežka. And the film is the film is about a very socially important topic because it's about water and our relation to it, and it creates in our imagination the hypothetical situation that maybe in some time the water will be on a very luxurious commodity. And in fact, of course, in certain parts of the world, the water is a very precious precious thing for the people. And to express this perspective, you decided that you use language of advertisement in your film. So and it really, it's, your images are so precise and so clear, and they really look like advertisement on water, like they are, and also the whole composition of the images, it's like a advertisement on some luxury goods, as if you are looking on advertisement on, I don't know, Jimmy Choo shoes, but this is about water. So for example, for me as a spectator, it was very really very powerful way of how to convey your message. But this was only my interpretation. Could you please elaborate on your thinking process before you started to make the film? Why you decided to use this kind of poetics?
So hi, thank you. I think it was like more complex project that I was working on, and it was like one of some like kind of series of 3 films, and one was shown in Ji.hlava 2 years ago. It was Slováková, Mozbol, and it was about like these kind of small objects. It was always with a girl protagonist in some really empty big place, home or something like that. So I just wanted to make like this kind of series of home elements, and how in future could our homes look like, or how we can do some projects with water. So it was like one of the home elements that you can also serve water, like for example as a dinner or something, like this kind of luxurious object. But also I tried to find the factory that already was working on these, like they really do it, and they did it for some marathons in, I think, in Paris. So it was for the runners easy to drink the water. And I thought it's like really strange and interesting topic, but I'm not like, I think they did, I contacted them and I wanted to have like the really precise water balls, because I did it myself, this one that are in the video, in the film, and it was kind of hard to create them. But they have some like they couldn't get it into Prague. They only like do it on the places where the big events are going on. So
That's really a pity that the company couldn't provide you with these bottles or objects. That, but in a way, it's great that you could recreate them in your way. And thank you for mentioning your previous films, your previous film. I exactly remember, you are right that the poetics was very similar, and there was this spacious apartment where each of the object has its own precise place, and it was there were as well a very clear and precisely composed images. So it's in this line of filmmaking what you are continuing of. Interesting. And could you tell me how you were shooting the film, how you were creating the shots? Like I mean, really also technically, because normally to achieve this advertisement look, it's a very expensive process. It's like the budgets for advertisements are very high, and I don't guess that you could have such luxurious budget for this film about water as a luxurious goods. So how did you shoot? And like did you have a crew, like I don't know, several cameramans, or and what technology did you use? So if you could describe just the process of shooting.
So I had at least some money, because it was my final bachelor's project, and also I won some small grant, but it's still not the amount of money that is normally used for big advertisement. but sometimes I shoot stuff like that, so I know how you can do it that it looks good, but you don't need to have the big crew and big amount of money. So I did it with Krzysztof Hluže. He was a cameraman, and we shot it on Blackmagic Ursa, so the quality of the video was already really good. And I wanted to do it with a really good color grader that I know. So I had crew that worked on the final image and the colors and stuff like that. But like I think the places are and the clothes and stuff like that, what makes it looks at it was like expensive, but it was it wasn't. So we shot it in one day, like all of the scenes, and we wanted to try as much camera ways how we can do it. So we had also some smaller cameras to do the circle shots because it wasn't really easy to do it with the big camera. And like the crew wasn't really big. I just afterwards continued on the sound with Neversol because I wanted to have I know her work and I wanted to have this melancholic music as a background, and also I wanted to have it also a little bit as a music video in some in some way. So I wanted not to have only like normal voiceover, but to have some parts uh, singing. So
Exactly. I wanted to ask about the music as well, but first of all, let me tell that really great job of your really small crew on on this and achieving this outcome. And I can imagine that the grading and polishing all of the shots was very important. But you really achieved to have this advertisement-like look. And so the music, yeah, never solo. Uh, it it's very strong in conveying a certain atmosphere or emotion, if we can call melancholy emotion. It's more state of yeah, atmosphere. So how did you did you show them show her the final images, or did you have the music first? How did it work? How did you think about the music?
I had I know her, so I know how she works, and it was after the video, like the film was finished. Maybe we only continued on the color grading and like the final touches, but I knew what I want, and I wanted to let her make one version to see how it sounds like, and then we continued to like we finished it together. I was next to her, and I told her what parts I want stronger and where I want the singing part. That was the most important for me because I just was really happy that I don't have to do the normal voiceover again. So yeah, it was after the
Mhm.
whole movie was done.
Very nice. Thank you. So now for the last time, I will ask if we have maybe some very last question or remarks. If not, then thank you, Anežka. What I want to say in the end is that I was really thrilled watching your films, especially because uh, it seemed to me that you are really a very you are thoroughly thinking about the concept and about the way how to make the film and how to use the means of expression. And it seems to me that every element that is in the film, every kind of use of certain means of expression is really means something. It carries some meaning that is connected with the structure of the main motifs. And this is something that I very appreciate. Also, in or especially in experimental films, that you you were you really realized your very own artistic and visual and audio visual visions, but still you were thinking about the meanings and about the important topics and motifs that you want to emphasize and that you want to communicate through the film. And that I really appreciate very much.